Howdy. This is my recovery, part 34. Today is the 18th of August. Now, what happened today is I was on the phone with a WebEx meeting. That's what the government uses as opposed to Zoom. With the VA, that's the Veterans Administration, for my cardio reversal program. Basically, there were about a dozen of us involved as far as candidates. Did we want to join the program? They had the person leading, a facilitator, a doctor. They had a pharmacist, two dietitians, and then somebody who had been in the program 4 years ago, and how have they felt about it, things of that nature. One of the things they did is go into the history of the program. This is basically getting you to be a vegan. It runs for approximately 16 weeks. And then after that, you're free to continue or modify however else you want to do it. And basically gave the history with a plethora of medical documents and excerpts from it and videos, a variety of things. Basically demonstrating how what they do compared to the SAD, which is the Standard American Diet, also spells the word sad, and the Standard American Diet is really sad. When you look at what the vegan approach offers, even if you don't go all the way in on the vegan, you still can have significant results. Because basically, one of the things that was drilled into you is when you have coronary artery disease, it's a disease. And so when you get stents, you get angioplasty, you get bypass surgery, that's what I've gotten. You've only treated the symptoms. You haven't treated the disease. The disease is basically based on the diet, what you put into you. So you can do all the other things. If you don't change your diet, guess what? It's back again. And they've shown that the rate for people who have gotten stents, also angioplasty, got bypass surgery, their mortality rate, in essence dying, was approximately the same as those who just muddled along with it. So they still get heart attacks, etc., because they haven't changed the underlying cause, which is the diet. You're still getting all that cholesterol and whatever else. Even if you use the American Heart Association diet, it's still too much cholesterol. Give you an idea what time it is. We have a cuckoo clock in the room here. And so basically the diet is what changes things. It's the game changer. And one of the things they did, they talked about erectile dysfunction and how that, for most males, is the early indicator that you have coronary artery disease. Because that's the first, because the arteries to your penis, to to your penis are smaller than the arteries in the rest of your body. And so they're the first ones that get plaqued, or plaqued up if you want to call it. Because the plaque, like when you do angioplasty, that's just the big parts, or hey, where they find it, or where they got a stent. That's the major occlusions, or where it's blocked. Or you get bypass surgery like I did. The thing is, the rest of your heart, the rest of your arteries still have plaque in them and are building up. And most of the people that pass on die, even though they've had the angioplasty, the stents, the bypass surgery, is because there's other arteries that are weaker, and that basically it's like a pimple, as I explained. The plaque builds up, and it's like an acne pimple, and all it just decides to pop, and that's where it is. And you can't control that because it's all over your body. That's why people have problems with their legs and arms and other parts of their body, or even the rest of their heart, because that's where the plaque builds up, it pops, and it may not block the artery, it's just that it builds up, it's a pimple, and it pops. So we have to be aware of that. But getting back to erectile dysfunction, and I have it. I mean, basically, if I was a Native American, I'd be a squaw man. My probably title would be limpid lizard. I've noticed in the last 3 months, since I've basically got off of mostly meat, a lot more plants, a lot more vegetables, eating more fish instead of red meat, basically my penis is starting to get a little bit more firm. My wife likes it. And so that's part of it. And we had this one person, as I said, go on the diet. They were 6 years younger than me. They had bypass surgery, ended up with several heart attacks following up. And basically the doctors told them, hey, go live your life because this isn't going to be long. And then got into this program. And basically had a reversal as far as plaque builds up, things of that nature. And one of the things I asked the person was, hey, what about erectile dysfunction? And the person said, yeah, he had it. And basically now that he's on this program, where he's been on for 4 years, he has no problems getting a hard on and keeping it on. So it does work. And we had, at the end, do people want to continue on, join the program? I said, I'm all in. And somebody else said they were sitting on the fence until they heard the part about their erectile dysfunction, and they're all in now too. Now, the reason why you're looking at my feet is basically just to give you an update on how things are progressing. Last 2 weeks, I've been wearing shoes because the swelling has gone down as far as the water retention in my feet. I can wear shoes instead of sandals. And you can see my toes. Look, the right foot is the one that had the vein taken out of. The left foot's normal. And the left toes and the right toes are looking fairly much the same, instead of the right side having little sausages. And you can see that basically I can get tendons and all that showing in my left leg, my right leg. So things are getting better. And I'll keep you informed. End of line.